A device built 2,000 years ago performed calculations that Europe would not match for 14 centuries. Bronze gears turned inside a wooden box, tracking the sky itself. Sponge divers pulled it from a shipwreck in 1901, and nobody understood what they were holding. The wreck sat off the tiny island of Antikythera, between Crete and the Greek mainland. Sponge divers found it by accident, drawn to scattered statues and amphorae littering the seabed. Among the bronze and marble, one corroded lump seemed unremarkable, just another chunk of ancient debris. It sat in a museum drawer for months before anyone noticed it had split open, revealing gear teeth inside. That crack changed the story of ancient technology forever. Archaeologist Valerios Stais first spotted the gears in 1902. He suspected the fragment was some kind of astronomical clock, though few colleagues took the idea seriously. The technology seemed too advanced for the era, too precise, too complex. Skepticism lingered for decades, largely because nothing comparable had ever been found. Scholars assumed the ancient world simply lacked the engineering culture to produce something like this. That assumption would take most of a century to unravel. X-ray imaging in the 1970s and 1990s began revealing the device's true complexity. Physicist Derek de Sola Price mapped dozens of gears, meshing in careful sequence. Later scans, using high-resolution CT technology in 2006, exposed over 30 interlocking bronze gears. Inscriptions covered the surfaces, thousands of tiny Greek characters describing astronomical cycles. Researchers realized this wasn't a curiosity. It was a functioning scientific instrument. The precision suggested workshops capable of metalworking far beyond anything previously documented for the period. What the mechanism actually calculated is where the real intrigue begins. It tracked the position of the sun and moon across the zodiac. It predicted lunar phases and modeled the moon's irregular orbital speed using a clever pin and slot gear system. Even more striking, it forecast solar and lunar eclipses years in advance, using a 223-month cycle known to Babylonian astronomers. A hand-cranked bronze box was quietly outperforming naked-eye astronomy across the ancient Mediterranean. There is something unsettling about that gap in capability. This single object implies an entire lost tradition of precision engineering, one that left almost no other trace. If one device like this survived a shipwreck, how many others existed and simply corroded into nothing across 2,000 years of seawater and silence? Bronze was valuable in antiquity, routinely melted down and reused once an object lost its purpose or its owner. Any sister devices may have been destroyed deliberately, recycled into coins or tools long before anyone thought to study them. The absence of comparable artifacts doesn't mean absence of the knowledge itself. It may only mean everything else was lost, quietly, by ordinary hands unaware of what they were erasing. Scholars still debate who actually built it. Some point to the island of Rhodes, a known center for astronomy and mechanical instruments in antiquity. The astronomer Hipparchus worked there, and his lunar theory closely matches the mechanism's calculations. Others suggest links to the school of Archimedes in Syracuse, given Cicero's later descriptions of similar geared devices. The evidence remains inconclusive, yet it suggests a workshop tradition far more sophisticated than surviving texts ever documented. Perhaps the most chilling realization is how close this knowledge came to vanishing completely. No blueprints survived. No workshop records, no apprentice notes, nothing describing how such gearing was conceived or manufactured. Whoever built it took the method to the grave, and history simply moved on without it. Mechanical astronomical clocks of comparable sophistication wouldn't reappear in Europe until the 14th century. An entire lineage of innovation seems to have surfaced once, briefly, and then disappeared beneath the waves, with the ship carrying it. Modern researchers continue extracting new details from the fragments, using ever more advanced imaging. In recent years, tomography has revealed additional inscriptions and confirmed a display for the ancient Olympic calendar cycle. Some researchers have even proposed a planetary display modeling the visible motions of Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, though that reconstruction rests on inference rather than surviving evidence. Every scan seems to answer old questions while quietly raising new ones. Was this a one-of-a-kind masterpiece or a common product of a lost manufacturing tradition? Nobody can say for certain, and that uncertainty is precisely what keeps researchers returning to it. The ship itself still holds secrets. Excavations at the wreck site have continued intermittently since 2012, recovering statues, coins, and human remains alongside further mechanical fragments. Marine archaeologists suspect the seabed conceals more of the mechanism, or perhaps other devices entirely, still buried beneath centuries of sediment. Every diving season carries the possibility of rewriting what we think we know about ancient engineering. So, the real mystery isn't just what the Antikythera mechanism could calculate, it's what else its makers built, and why every trace of that world disappeared so completely. What do you think happened to the rest of that lost knowledge? And would you want it to resurface?